Today, we're going to take a look at a powerhouse of a flashlight that Mecarmy has produced. The SGN5 produces 560 lumens at its max with many different lower levels, as well as an emergency alarm, 115 decibel, get people to pay attention to you, and strobe feature. So this has a lot going for it, a lot to check out today. So let's break it down, discuss it, see what this USB keychain rechargeable flashlight can do for you. So let's go ahead and hit the levels of power that this flashlight offers us. Now, the first one, that when you turn this guy on, what it's going to give you here is 3 lumens with 42 hours of battery life. That is awesome. And this is enough to dig inside, a console of a car, that type of thing, see what's right in front of you. It's not anything that you're going to use, for further distances. But with that runtime, you can just click it on real fast, see right in front of you, look inside your mailbox, whatever it is, and then click it right back off. Next up is the medium mode. Now, it's a little screwy to get through the modes. I would have liked to see some more like clicking. What you have to do is click it on. Whoops, sorry there, see? Click it on and then hold it down. So you have to click it on, it'll be at the low 3 lumen, and then you have to hold it and it will go to the next level, then the next level, then the next level, however long you hold it. And if you miss it, you have to cycle through again. So it's not bad, and with practice, you would know exactly how to run it, but being a newbie and having got it recently to it, it takes a little bit of a learning curve. You're like, why isn't this going to the next level? Yada, yada. So I go to the next level from the low 3 lumens to the medium 28 lumens, and this guy's going to run for 5.8 hours. So this one's going to give you definitely some more throw, some more distance, see, light up a room, get around, walk a trail if you had to, and it's at almost 6 hours, you're gonna get a long time with this level of lumen capability, which is really nice. So we hit it again for the third one, and this is our high, and this is gonna be 118 lumens for 65 minutes, so just over an hour. Now we're starting to talk about some real brightness, some real throw. You can start to illuminate your backyard, light up a large room, like a whole living room and kitchen, your garage, all of that, and you can really begin to see far distances. It's going to, destroy what's it called? Night vision, if from an intruder or something like that, if you flash that at them, and that's going to blind them, they're going to have to totally reset their night vision. So that's really helpful, and I like that it gives you over an hour at this lumen rate. And our final turbo, 560 lumens. Man, this is literally like shining a spotlight in the backyard. I brought my wife out. I said, hey babe, you gotta check this out. And boom, I turn it on. She's like, whoa. I mean, it was like one of the most impressive. And I usually do that with most of the flashlights that we test here with her. And it was the first one that she was like, holy cow, out of that little tiny thing. And so they did a great job, just overall with this design. And for 45 minutes at that power level, I mean, that is just insane, really. Now, it is getting warm, even just us talking. It has heated up a little bit here. I haven't seen any sort of overture, where it overheats and shuts down the whole flashlight, with my usage. But I have only used this in mostly burst modes. I'll turn this on for maybe 5 minutes and use it that way. This wouldn't be something you're going to use for an extended period of time. It's just going to eat up your battery life rather quickly. But even again, at 45 minutes with this level of power on a keychain, $30 price pointed flashlight is really quite crazy. So now, warning, about to put on the strobe. So if you are sensitive to light and strobing, definitely turn this off or skip to the next portion or something like that. So what we have here is a little switch. I think this is a really cool added feature, particularly for women, that may want an emergency, high decibel alert, better than you just screaming, to not only distort the person that may be trying to attack you, but draw attention to yourself. So all you have to do is pull this guy back, and that sucker's going to strobe at its maximum brightness of the 560 lumens, and it's going to give you 115 dB siren. So that thing is awesome. And I purchased this partly to make sure that this is on my wife's keychain and charged regularly, so she has an added backup. Now she has a CCW and all that, but you know, certain areas that maybe she's not able to take her firearm, you know, different things like that, that she has this. And you know, anyone, male or female, I think this is an awesome added bonus, and it's really cool that they offered that feature. So the price point on this flashlight is going to be $30, and you're seeing that a lot with these keychain, high-power, USB rechargeable flashlights. Now this one offers some other features that the ones that we've been looking at today don't offer to you, so that's awesome. And at that $30 price point, you're getting a lot of bang for your buck in not only power, but capabilities and options that it offers. So we will have links in the description below over to Amazon. That's a great way to help support the channel. When you guys use those hyperlinks and takes you over to Amazon, we get a small kickback. Helps me buy flashlights just like this and gear that you see here on the channel, so that we can review it for you guys and give you comprehensive videos. So we always appreciate it when you guys use those hyperlinks. So I want to give you the dimensions and weight on this little guy, and we'll run in a couple other USB rechargeable flashlights in just a second. Just give you some eye perspective. But this is going to come in at 0.89 ounces, so less than an ounce of overall weight, which is awesome. From front to back or back to front, it's 2.625, so 2.5, basically, just a hair over that, and then it's going to be ½ an inch thick overall, and then it's made out of polymer and it's made in China. So those are just some of the basic specs for you, but still very compact, easily able to carry on a keychain and not disrupt your pocket, carry, or thrown in a purse for the women in the audience. So I wanted to run this up size-wise against a couple other USB rechargeable flashlights. First off, we have the SGN5, excuse me. Yep. You know, obviously this is going to have that body that's aluminum, you know, so it's going to be a stronger body than the polymer here. It's going to be a little bit heavier, and just dimensionally, you can see that the N5 is going to be a little bit longer, and it's going to be a little bit fatter, but it will actually weigh a little bit less. And then we have the Night Core tip. And again, this one has an aluminum body, and it's going to be almost within, you know, the same size. Again, about a little bit shorter, but about the same thickness overall on its density, and they're going to weigh about the same as well. So the N5 is very similar in size to the tip, and a little bit bigger than the N3. So I'll give you a couple more info points here real quick. Now this is going to have a quick charge, 60 minutes. So if this is dead, you plug it in an hour, you're good to go. It does have that little rubber gasket there to help you just kind of keep the dust out, you know, and keep a little bit of the moisture if it got a little wet in your pocket or something like that. Now it wouldn't be waterproof, but it would be water resistant. You guys can see there, I'm kind of fighting with it a little bit. You got to kind of get it at an angle and get it in there, and now we're flush and good to go. But that will seal that a little bit and keep the dust out of the micro USB port, and it will come with a charging cable as well, and a little nylon lanyard as well. So that's nice that they offer you two little features. You don't have to go out and buy a cable if you don't have one already. Now the bulb itself here is a KREE XP-G2 LED. Don't really know what that means. I'm sure some of you who are really into flashlights can tell me. All I know, or I know KREE is, you know, kind of the industry standard for the bulbs, and that's what it's offering with that level. And then finally, there is a rechargeable 300 mAh aluminum polymer battery that is included. That's what you see here. So you could unscrew this if this battery was ever to go bad, and then replace it, is from what I understand, and just looking through the polymer there, looks like you could do that. So if for some reason you know that it wasn't charging, or you know, years and years from now, you could swap this guy out if you needed to. Well folks, there you have it. In conclusion, my final thoughts on this. Now again, like I've told you, you know, my experience with USB rechargeable flashlights overall, with the Night Core for the most part that I've been using, they last about 6 months, and then I begin to have some sort of issue that just doesn't seem to work itself out. Now longevity, you know, months and months and months from now, I don't know. So you got to take that in consideration for these lightweight, often polymer, you know, USB rechargeable flashlights, as long as you're willing to take that risk. I mean, that's honestly what it is, compared to just like a twist head, you know, AAA or AA powered flashlight, or, you know, just a clicky guy with a replaceable battery. Those are going to probably over the long haul be a higher chance of being reliable. Aside from that, these things are awesome. They're giving you huge punch. They're giving you huge capability, particularly with this one, giving you that decibel, you know, that screams and, you know, can bring people's attention to you, you know, if someone's trying to jump you or, you know, particularly females, that type of thing. You know, I definitely want my wife rocking this on her keychain as a backup to her CCW, just as an extra level of protection. So I think there's a lot going for particularly this model. And if you guys see value in what you've seen here today, I don't think you'll be sorry with its performance. So I want to thank you so much for coming over here today, checking out the channel. Please subscribe, comment, like, share this video. Love to hear any thoughts that you guys have, any questions. I'll answer in the comments below. And always remember, stay equipped, stay prepared, and we'll see you out there.